Hello and welcome. It's Dignity Night in the Sanctuary, and I want to thank you all for joining me. Tonight's healing, we're going to be clearing out the energy that gets between you and your dignity. And I'm actually breaking this into 3 parts tonight. I looked up in the dictionary the definitions of dignity, and it's helping me figure out how to do the healing. So I'm taking 3 of the definitions for dignity, which are honorable qualities, worthiness, and then self-respect. And these are all in the same wheelhouse as my special this month, which is self-esteem. Although dignity is a little nuanced from self-esteem, but it's still within the same wheelhouse. So that's what our healing is on tonight. And for those of you that are new or guests tonight, I wanted to explain to you how the healing works just so you can understand what's going on. The way that I do the healing is with everybody in the membership, everybody in the sanctuary, and I use a composite of everyone and all of what are called their matching pictures. And we all have matching pictures with each other, and this helps me to find the energies that I'm looking for in order to heal. So when I'm doing the healing, I'm talking to you as if I'm talking to you alone, but I'm really working on a composite that is made up of everybody in the sanctuary. So that's how the healings work. All right, I'm going to go ahead and set the energy for this healing with a prayer. As we cleanse and heal the temple of the soul, may it be with the blessing of divinity that it shine its countenance upon us and bring us peace in body, mind, and spirit. Amen. Okay, I'm going to break this up, like I said, into 3 parts. So the first part of this healing is going to be on your honorable qualities and any energy that gets between you and your honorable qualities. All right, let's take a look and see what's cooking. Well, the first thing that I'm seeing, and it was taking me a while to figure out what was going on, but it's a lot of past life energy. And I want to ground that first. I was just thinking maybe that's because in past lives, dignity was expected more in certain lifetimes. But what I see is that you're relating back to past lives for your information on dignity. Going to help you bring some of that into present time. A lot of the honorable qualities are coming from your past war lifetimes. That's what I'm seeing a lot of. So I'm helping you clear that and bring that information forward on your timeline. And then one of the energies that's coming up that gets between you and your honorable qualities is the energy of alcohol. That's coming up rather strongly. And the energy and beings that come along with alcohol. Also, like low-level beings, we know them as snakes and spiders, so I'm going to do a little erasing here because they get in the way of your honorable qualities. There's also, while I'm doing this healing, and I don't know if I can articulate this properly, but there's this really beautiful, simplistic quality that has to do with your honorable qualities. It's like there's a simplicity in being honorable, or where that information comes from. There's the energy of deceit coming out. It gets between you and honorable qualities. And that's a really heavy, dark brown energy, very slow moving. Also, I saw energies that affect your faith have to do with energies that get between you and your honorable qualities. And then energy that gets in your supreme being communication space. That's the next energy that's being cleared. Okay, I'm going to move on now to worthiness, your self-worth. And the biggest energy that gets between you and your self-worth has to be judgment. It's a very thick layer of like white cloudy energy. And that's other people's judgment towards you. Your natural vibration of self-worth is really high. It's a very deep yellow gold. There's some competition energy coming out of this space. That's more white energy. And I'm actually hearing a lot of complaints coming out, like like whining and complaints. So that's energy coming out. This space too requires really good and clear communication with Supreme Being. So I'm going to do a healing on that in regards to your worthiness. And then the next big chunk of energy is family energy that may sometimes get between you and your feeling of worthiness. This is a big energy. It's kind of a rusty brown right now. And I'm also hearing really loudly partnerships. That could be marriages, that could be business partnerships, but the need to clean the energy out of those partnerships. Then there's a lot of like a red brown fear, fear when it comes to your self worth. I believe that's fear of not living up to another's expectation of you. So I'm going to clear expectations too. And wherever there's an expectation, there's usually a demand right behind it. So I'm going to clear demands too. There's this is kind of interesting. There's a lot of hope in the space of your self-worth. And to me, that indicates that there's a breakdown in your communication with Supreme Being, because your self-worth is something that you have developed between you and your relationship with Supreme Being. So hope is not really applicable to that, because hope, as I always tell you, is a future time energy. So you can't really create anything in future time. So you can't really create anything in hope. So I'm still working on that Supreme Being communication. Oh, this is a good one. Flattery is coming out. How flattering can get between you and your self-worth. You know, if somebody like puts you up on a pedestal and like reveres you as on a pedestal, and how that can affect your own self-worth if you start buying into that game. And then Supreme Being's telling me to take the pettiness out of this space, that there's that energy will get between you and your self-worth too. If you are petty or worrying about small, insignificant things that don't really matter. Okay. Then the next space that I'm going to move on to is your self-respect, which is a little bit different than your self-worth. And then the number one thing that I see in this space is beings, other entities that get in your space and will hold you in pain pictures, get you to believe terrible things about yourself. So I'm going to be clearing a lot of beings right now. And within all of those beings, there's a part of those beings, not all of them, but a part of them are like drug and alcohol beings that will get in and really start to destroy your self-respect. A lot of these beings are just like low level beings. Some are non-evolvable, and those ones I can erase, but some of them are just like sluggish and low vibration. Somebody left their phone on. That would be me. I'm sorry about that. I was sure I turned it off. But an energy that I see coming in as the energy is being cleared between you and your self-respect is, oh my gosh, what was it? Is compassion. I'm actually still clearing some beings. There were a number of them. A lot of gold light is starting to come in. And, when you exhibit your dignity, it kind of just comes from within. And it's not anything that you have to show off. It actually, you can just read that in somebody if they're dignified, that just comes through naturally. So it's like I was saying earlier, there's a real beautiful simplicity to dignity. It's just something that grows from within you and your relationship with Supreme Being. There's a lot of a dark energy. I'm trying to get a read on it. I don't know what it is yet, but this is coming out of your self-respect. Well, I could call it judgment. I could call it lies. It's a lot of other people saying things about you that aren't true. And so it's also competition. And that's probably why it's just a big, dark, massive brown energy. Oh, and hopelessness is coming out. Well, I didn't really know what I was going to find when I picked this for a topic, but what I'm finding in all three of the spaces that lead up to dignity is that that relationship with Supreme Being is so important and so vital for you to be able to develop your dignity. So I'm going to ask Supreme Being to give a healing to everyone in that Supreme Being space. And what I see going on is a lot of kindness coming from Supreme Being and working on clearing out the communication line, but a lot of kindness. And support and the energy of freedom. All of those vibrations are being brought in by this Supreme Being healing. And now Supreme Being is grounding you on your spiritual path and facing you forward. And I just saw Supreme Being put like a little mini scroll in your hand, in everybody's hand. And the scroll is actually a long list of things that you have told yourself that you want to do this lifetime, things that you will hold yourself accountable for. It's what I like to call your personal constitution, what your agreements are with your body, with Supreme Being. So you're given this little scroll to remind you of all the things that you have agreed with yourself to try to accomplish this lifetime. And that has a lot to do with your dignity. Are you following through with your spiritual goals? So I'm going to go ahead and have Supreme Being fill all of you in with gold. Very good. All right. I'm going to go ahead and close out the healing. May it be with the blessing of divinity that this healing tonight in the sanctuary on dignity be complete. Amen. All right. I have an announcement coming up this week. On Thursday, we have a 20-minute meditation. And I've got to check the calendar real quick so I don't speak out of order here. And that 20-minute meditation is called Calm Your Nerves. So that's going to be a nice healing to your nervous system. And then the following Thursday, we have our money class. And that's going to be a whole lot of fun. You're going to bring your wallet, your checkbook, and your bank card to the class, and we're going to do some techniques to clean everything out of your money space and reset the energy to abundance, success, whatever you want to reset it to. It's a fun class, and it's a great way to really give a good boost to your money space. So I look forward to seeing you in that. And then we have in the sanctuary still this month, we have another healing, a healing on luxury. So that was also part of the March theme with money. So I look forward to seeing you in that. And I think that's it for tonight. Thank you for joining me. And I got my eyes on you. And I will see you on Thursday, because Thursday is open to everyone. And we'll do our Calm Your Nerves 20-minute meditation. All right. Good night.